Alright, what's up y'all, TakeOver here. As you can see by the title of today's video, we're here to rank all the takeovers and tiers on NBA 2K22 Next Gen for Season 4. Now, if you're new to the tier list videos or just the series in general, what you're going to see is the text color indicates what the former ranking was. So for Season 3, I had easy blowbys, post playmaking, and advanced gathers in the F tier, so pink corresponds with what I had it for Season 3, and so on and so forth for every color matching the tier list that it corresponds with. Now here's the thing. In terms of Season 3 to Season 4, I don't have a whole lot of movement. There's probably only like 4 different takeovers that even change the area that they're in. A lot of these just directly translate from B tier to B tier, A tier to A tier, and they're not moving anywhere. Now, because that's the case, I'm going to spice this video up a little bit differently than what I would normally do. So as a lot of you guys know, there are 24 takeovers in the game. Now, most of these are divided into 3 per category. So for instance, for the slash, you have 3 of them. For the shot creators, you have 3 of them. Now, there are only 2 different categories. There's sharp that only has 2, and there's post that has 4. What we're gonna do in today's video is average all of those out, how I feel about them, and tell you which category is better than the next one as well. So we're gonna go through this really quickly because again, there's not a whole lot to talk about. So I'm not gonna be describing each takeover like crazy. I'm just gonna be showing you where they rank and maybe explaining a couple moves here and there. But again, once we get through all of this tier list change and stuff like that, we're gonna go to that new segment that I'm talking about, so stay tuned for that. It'll probably only be like 4 minutes that we talk about this stuff right here in terms of where they move and all types of stuff like that. So first and foremost, for the first segment of the tier list, you're gonna see nothing changes as far as the bottom. So we have glass clearing dimes staying in the D tier, power backdowns in the E, everything from easy blowbys to advanced gathers to post playmaking in the F tier. I gotta say, it's gonna be a big L for slash takes in this game, if you ask me, when it comes to them running that relay race together. We're gonna call it a relay race, all right? So pretty much everyone's gonna run their own leg. Easy blowbys is gonna be running one, and boom, he sucks. Advanced gathers, he sucks. They're depending on finishing moves to rise up their average, and we'll see how I feel about that as well. But I think you guys get the concept of what I'm talking about in terms of me grouping all them together after this segment right here now. Alright, so here's a look at all the movement in terms of the C tier takeovers from Season 3 to Season 4. You're going to see all of these were revealed at the same time. The only 2 moves that we have are paint intimidation moving up to the B tier and perimeter badge drop in the B tier as well. I gotta say, perimeter badge drop may even deserve to be in the A tier as well, but I just feel like overall it's a little bit boom or bust. You kind of have to have really good on-ball steal rating, pickpocket, menace to go with it, and all types of stuff like that. But perimeter badge drop is really good at getting you on-ball steals now. I really do like to see that increase, and it's good for the game if you ask me. And to kind of foreshadow into the next segment of the video, you can see we've already revealed all 4 of the post takeovers. We have post shot daggers, advanced post moves, and then power backdowns and post playmaking. So this is going to average out pretty bad, I must say. And you're going to see slash and post are definitely the bottom in terms of that category. And me personally, I feel like I speak from a very wide experience when it comes to this stuff. Slash takeover, it doesn't increase your size of the dunk meter. I feel like it rarely even helps with just getting contact dunks in general or stopping you from getting taken out of them. And again, the dunk meter size isn't going to be increasing on any of them. And I just feel very underwhelmed by every slash takeover. I mean, advanced gathers and easy blowbys, there's no point in even running these. And then with finishing moves, you have to be someone that has contact dunks. Obviously, like I said earlier too, there's really no enhancement when it comes to you getting your meter size bigger or just getting more contact dunks in general. I feel like it's all placebo if you believe in that stuff, and slash takeovers are pretty broken, and in a bad way, not in a good way. But anyway, moving along, we have every A tier takeover staying in the same area. So we have see the future, pull up precision, spot up precision, box out wall, ankle breaking shots, and extreme clamps. You may wonder, I've been talking perimeter badge drop up a lot in terms of like one of the better lock takeovers, but we still have extreme clamps in the A. I haven't been talking this up as much in video, but I gotta say, the bumps on defense are looking really good, and with that, I think extreme clamps looks even better as well. So I already had this in the A tier for Season 3, and moving forward into Season 4 where we saw an on-ball defense buff, I really do believe that extreme clamps definitely belongs in the A tier now as far as the best lock takeover. But again, do want to still make a case for a perimeter badge drop being viable or a really good one to run. And then lastly, we have all of the S tier takeovers once again remaining the same: limitless range, team badge boost, and then team takeover boost. If anybody doesn't know about these 2 play takeovers, I gotta say, they are legit, bro. In Park, especially 3v3, I feel like team badge boost is so viable. Whether you have a popping big man or just anybody you can boost their badges on. Let's say someone who doesn't have Hall of Fame sniper on their big man. Maybe they have like 77 3-pointer and they didn't upgrade their mid-range, or like, you know, even 72 3-pointer on their big man or something like that. And they don't have the Hall of Fame sniper. They only have like bronze or silver catch and shoot, bronze corner specialist, something like that. Every single shooting badge is going to be buffed as you pass to them if you have this takeover, including just every single thing to do with like shooting or offense in the game. I mean, they're getting the finishing badges buffed when you pass to them. They're getting the shooting badges buffed. The even quick first step and bullet passer, if you directly run off of the catch or if you directly pass off the catch, is being boosted as well. So team badge boost, legit. Team takeover boost as well. I gotta vouch for this really hard. I've already made a video on it if you want to check it out. It's a while ago, but it still works the exact same way. And again, people be sleeping on these play takes, bro. They're really crazy. So there's our tier list right there. If you guys are disappointed that I didn't give more description to every one of these takeovers, feel free to just check out season 3 takeover tier list video. Just look up LakerFan tier list and then boom, you could probably find it pretty easy. If you want to hear more description, these go on for like 30-minute long videos in terms of these, because there's 24 of them to talk about, and when I go in depth on all 24 of them, it becomes a pretty long video. So because it was all reoccurring information that I've already said, and I don't feel too different on anything in this tier list other than what we already directly talked about with like finishing moves dropping or primitive badge drop going up, or everything to do with extreme clamp staying or whatever the case may be. We've already talked about all the changes in this, so pretty much if you want to check out more of that and a more in-depth kind of description on all these takeovers, feel free to just check out the last video. But anyway, moving forward, so we're gonna go ahead and set up this little graphic right here, and we're gonna average out every single one of these takeovers and put them all into the same categories. So again, stuff blocks, let's just say, or rim takeovers in general, you're gonna see stuff blocks in the B, and then you also have paint intimidation in the B, and then for the C, you're gonna have interior badge drop. So this is a bad example, bro. I didn't even notice this, but it's gonna be B, B, and then C. Pun intended if you get it. But anyway, moving along, we're gonna go ahead and just put all these into a category together and see what we come out with. Alright, so here we are. I'm not gonna lie, this took me a lot longer than I thought it would. So if y'all could drop a like, and if you made it to this point in the video, put average in the comments to show your support. You made it all the way through to this point. But again, if y'all could drop a like on this, I would appreciate it. It took a little bit long to set up this graphic, but it is what it is. Wanted to color code it, make it look nice, stuff like that, and make it a little bit simple to understand. So to make it the most simple to understand, I'm gonna explain the averages using lock. So as you can see, extreme clamps was an A, perimeter badge drop was a B, and enhanced jump shot contest was a C. So if you take the A, C, and B, right in the middle of A, C, and B is B. Boom. So there's your average right there. And then there's ones like glass takeover, where obviously there's 2 A's and then 1 D. So D is weighing these guys down even further. The average comes out to pretty much a B+. The math on this might not be perfect, but I just wanted to put this graphic together to show you guys pretty much an overall power list of each takeover category running together as one. So anyway, we'll start from the top and go to the bottom with this stuff. You can see we have the play takeover average is an A+, the sharp takeover average is an A+ as well. Now obviously, like I said, sharp has 2, post has 4, so you're gonna see the numbers get a little bit biased and skewed here. So let's just say if there was an imaginary sharp takeover that is also an A, well, then this would average out to pretty much an S- probably, instead of being an A+. I know it's a little bit hard to understand because in terms of grades, S isn't normally a thing anyway, but long story short, all I'm saying is because there's 2, I had to either make this an A+ or an S-, so simple as that. It's a lot easier to average between 3 different things, because then, like I said, if there's 3, you got an A, B, and a C, well, the average is B. So long story short, I understand this might get a little bit skewed here. You could make the case that sharp is definitely the number 1, but then you could make the case that play has 2 that are in the S tier. So it's possible to make a case for number 1 for either of these 2. And ironically, when you look at all these grades, it does feel pretty proper to put everything where it belongs. So technically, glass should probably be right here if you're like ranking these from top to bottom. Glass has 2 A tiers, but the D takes it down a little bit, but it's still good enough to be better than lock overall. So glass is B+, lock is B. Shot takes the number 3 spot with an A- grade, where it has 2 A tiers and then 1 B tier. And then again, we have the 2 A+ at the top. So this is pretty much 1 and 2, or 1A and 1B. Then you have number 3 with shot, and then you have number 4 with glass, number 5 with lock, number 6 with the rim, and then it takes a huge drop off after that, goes to post at number 7, and then number 8 is gonna be slasher. So again, slash averages out to the D-, post averages out to the D+. You can see it has 4 of them, so once again, you had to take C, C, E, and F. So F weighs you down further, C is kind of your top, and the top is a little bit more heavy, so that's what leans it toward a D+ rather than a D. Maybe I'm making this more complicated than it needs to be, but I thought this would be a fun thing to do. Now let me know if you guys never want to see this again. Feel free to leave that in the comments. Tell me this is a stupid idea, but I thought it was pretty cool to kind of like run this little relay race with all 3 of these guys, or all 4 in some situations, or 2 in others. These guys got just superior runners at both spots, and they just carried the team. Meanwhile, these guys are running the 4x4, and they're all pretty average to bad. Also, while we're here, I just do want to show a little bit of appreciation to 2K22 Next Gen rather than the current gen, because as a lot of you guys know, or maybe you don't know if you only play Next Gen, and I actually had to look this up to find out if it was factual, because I haven't watched a single thing on current gen all year. Honestly, I have not. But either way, it is really nice that they have the 24 multiple different takeover options in Next Gen rather than on current gen. It's all just, the single takeovers. It's literally sharp, play, shot, lock, glass, rim, slash, post. Simple as that, right? And they all probably do a collective amount of things that are kind of like these all together, but overall, you don't really have any specific specialties when it comes to takeover on current gen. Anyway, like I said, a lot shorter video than I normally upload, especially tier list videos. I mean, most of the tier list vids end up going like 20+ minutes long, and again, these takeover videos, they go like 30. So I gotta say, I like this little setup that we have. I can't do this for the actual badge tier list videos because obviously they're one category. It'd be hard to kind of separate them into multiple different groups. Maybe you could do like for shooting badges, ones that are for point guards, ones that are for spot ups, but it'd be hard to pretty much like do a video list like this to an extent. Whereas takeover, it's a lot easier to kind of separate them, you know, put them into their own special categories. Like for instance, again, the rims all being into one category, the locks all being into one category. A lot easier to do this for takeover. We are going to have a takeover perk tier list video pretty soon. I'm actually looking forward to that quite a bit. It's going to be really cool to update you guys on things like juice that I think are really shooting through the roof in terms of where I formerly had it at one point in time. Haven't done the takeover perk tier list in a while either, so we're looking forward to that for sure. But again, appreciate y'all watching the videos. I really do appreciate all the support and love this year, man. It's been life-changing stuff, and I'm really happy about everything that we've just got going here. And I'm going to keep it pushing. I'm getting a little bit tougher on video ideas. It's a little bit harder to come up with stuff, but a little creativity like this, it never hurt anybody. So anyway, that's all video. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new, turn on the noties, all that good stuff. And like always, try 1 to 500 likes. If you made it to the end of the vid, put takeover in the comments to show support to me all the way through. Other than that, hope y'all enjoyed. Like I said, always feel free to leave any feedback in terms of the actual tier list itself. If you feel like some of these were ranked wrong, and you can do your own little, you know, averaging out of your own takeover tier list. I didn't do this on purpose to make one category better than the other. This is my true personal intention in terms of I feel like perimeter badge drop is a B now instead of the C. I feel like enhanced jump shot contest is still a C. I think extreme clamps is still an A. So it all averages out to B. I didn't do this to purposely make the average B. It just happens to be that. So anyway, that's all video. Hope y'all enjoyed. And on that, take it easy, man. Peace.